680's business editor Richard Southern joins us. Richard, with all this news about the Hydro One CEO, maybe lost was the realization that the Bank of Canada hiked interest rates today, and you're looking at what that means for our pocketbooks.
Yeah, absolutely. Rates going up a quarter point, Francis, to 1.5%, and that means some people are going to be paying more. Who are those people? Well, about a third of homeowners who have a variable rate mortgage, they will be paying more now. Variable rates going up on average about $50 per month. RBC, TD, Desjardins have announced increases to their prime lending rates. Anyone with a variable rate loan will see the cost to service it go up. So business loans, student loans, lines of credit, home equity lines of credit, many of them will cost more. Not paying more, savers, fixed income investments like GICs, they're going to make you a little bit more money now. And if you have a credit card balance, don't worry. Most credit cards are fixed interest rates, so it's not going to cost you any more. And you got to remember, Francis, the fact that interest rates went up means the Canadian economy is improving. It's a good thing overall.
Except when we have to pay the bill.
Like that thing. And you make a good point, because a lot of Canadians are stretched thin. So as these interest rates go up to the highest now since 2008, it's going to be harder to make those bill payments at the end of the month for a lot of people.
So first it was the ACC, now another Toronto sports stadium is getting a name change.
Oh, a lot of people talking about this today. Ricoh Coliseum will now be known as Coca-Cola Coliseum. MLSE inking a 10-year deal with Coke. They'll have their name and logo on the outside of that, the home of the Toronto Marlies. Of course, it was only a week ago that the Air Canada Centre was renamed the Scotia Bank Arena. And then going back a couple of years ago, the Skydome, of course, becoming the Rogers Centre. We hit the streets today to talk to fans, many of whom weren't too happy with this.
We grew up with these names, but, over time we'll just get used to them, I think.
I actually think it's nice to leave the arenas with the names that they are, because it's traditional in Toronto, and it's good to keep some things as heritage spots.
Definitely, for sure, it's probably going to put business to the building. I mean, a lot of people bank with Scotia, and a lot of people drink Coca-Cola, so probably going to be a lot more support.
Just another sign of the corporate takeover of Canada, I guess. Yeah. Nothing beyond that. I don't have any particular affinity with the old names. To me, it's one big corporate versus the next.
Well, Francis, the reason we're seeing so many name changes is simple. It's the easiest money a company will ever make. All you have to do is change the sign outside and you get millions of dollars.
Easy.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, do you remember what the name was before the Ricoh Coliseum?
I think it was the CNE Coliseum, I
just
believe.
the Coliseum, I think.
By the way, a lot of people online didn't seem to realize that Ricoh is a corporate name in and of itself. It's a Japanese photocopier company.
That's right.
You got to remember that.
So Timbits will soon be arriving in the land of dim sum. Tim Hortons heading to China?
Yeah, big expansion for Timmy's in China. They're going to open 1,500 locations there over the next 10 years. China, the tastes are changing there, Francis. They're embracing coffee, switching from tea. That's actually prompted Starbucks, too, to announce it's doubling its store count in that country. The move by Tim Hortons also comes as Canadian sales trail off. And to try and boost those domestic results, Tim Hortons also announcing today efforts to deliver their coffee and sandwiches. They're teaming up with Skip the Dish as a food delivery app. Just in Vancouver, Ottawa, and Edmonton now, but probably coming to Toronto down the road. We saw Tim Hortons stock moving higher on all this today.
And coffee is growing in Asia. When we were there earlier this year, in all the airports, coffee shops. In Korea, there's like a coffee shop, like 2, 3 every block.
Interesting. Right. So obviously these companies certainly cluing into that, Francis, trying to make a buck off of that trend.
A new stock fund allows us to invest in some of the hottest pop songs.
This is really interesting. It just launched on the London Stock Exchange. It is called Hypnotic Song Fund. So they bought a catalog of more than 300 songs, which they hope will provide a steady revenue stream over time. I want to show you some of the songs we can invest in, and you can tell me if you would put your money into it, Francis. Okay. Here's the first song you can sink your hard-earned dough into. He seems like a pretty solid investment, don't you think, Francis?
Baby, baby, oh, I don't know.
Oh, baby. What about this next song you can invest in, Francis? Have a listen to this. That's one on your iPod, I think, Francis.
Oh, yes, my iPod.
Maybe it'll be raining cash if you invest in that. Finally, another track you can put your money into.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, now put your hands up.
Francis, fund managers say every song, including all the single ladies, has its own profit forecast, so you can see exactly how it's doing. This fund trading right now for just 10 pence on the London Stock
You know what?
Exchange.
Listen, if anyone who knows me knows that I will bet on Beyonce all the time.
You'd put a ring on that. You'd put a ring on that investment.
I would. That's a no-brainer. She's a winner, for sure.
She's a winner, a moneymaker.
Sales of breakfast cereal have been slipping as consumers turn to healthier choices, but one brand is still having a magical run in the cereal aisle.
It's the Lucky Charms. Consumers can't get enough of those Lucky Charms made by General Mills. The magically delicious cereal has seen a whopping 20% jump in sales over the past year, making it General Mills' top-selling cereal brand. It comes as consumers turn towards marshmallows, are kind of a hot trend, but it also comes thanks to unicorns. Back in February, Lucky Charms added unicorns as one of the little marshmallows, and apparently consumers liking that. They're buying that cereal despite not buying most of the other cereal brands these days.
It's colorful. It's a treat in our house, that's for sure. It's not a regular thing.
Just a now and again thing.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Richard.
See you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Here's Faiza Amin.